The Carolina Panthers are going to keep pounding the rock in 2025. Why? Because they've brought in Rico Dowdle. It's a 1 year, $3 million base value for Rico Dowdle. I believe $6 million in total. Rico Dowdle was the down in, down out, workhorse running back of America's team in 2024. Caesar will tell you, 235 attempts, 1,079 rushing yards, a 2-touchdown season, unfortunately, but 53 first downs, 39 catches, 249 yards, 3 touchdowns through the air, 5 total touchdowns, 1,328 total scrimmage yards. Keep pounding down the throat of the defense. Rico Dowdle is a 1998, meaning he will turn 27 in June. He is 6 foot, 215 pounds. And in my opinion, he's a good change of pace for Mr. Hubbard, the Canadian kid. I feel like Rico Dowdle can do everything Hubbard can do. He's not quite as explosive, but he's maybe a little bit better as a pass catcher, if I had to say. Even just looking at their grading, Hubbard's weakness was as a pass catcher. He had a 39 pass receiving grade, which was one of the worst in the league. Rico Dowdle had a 64.9. He also had a good pass blocking grade at 62.1. That's not bad. Where was that? That's actually in the top 10 in the NFL. So, yeah, Rico Dowdle, that's kind of what I liked about him in Dallas. He can run it. He can catch. He can block. He's not incredible, right? But he's very solid. 22 grade last year overall at the running back position, 24th in rushing grade, 29th in receiving grade. The year previous, 43rd in the NFL as the change of pace for Tony Pollard in Dallas. I think this is a good pickup. Some Cowboys fans were saying, why would the Panthers sign Rico Dowdle? They're probably just upset that they didn't re-sign him because Dowdle had 1,000 friggin' yards last year. I thought he looked pretty good. You look at his game logs. He carried the rock down the stretch. I mean, you look at week 10 on, 19 carries for 86 yards, 22 carries for 112 and a tutty, 18 for 131, 25 for 149. He had a bad game against Tampa because everyone does. 13 for 23. 23 for 104. 22 for 72. This guy was carrying the ball 20 times a damn game, and Dallas didn't want him back. Dallas is interesting. I don't know. I don't really know what to say. He's better than Javonte Williams, Jerry. I'll tell you that much. He's not as good as Hubbard. I think Hubbard will still be the primary back there, but he's a damn good backup and doesn't have that much wear and tear, but still has enough experience to play on every snap. And I think he'll be the third down running back. Brooks is still injured, so he needs time to get back healthy. I love this signing for the Panthers. I really do. I think he's a solid running back. Then the other signing is Christian Rozeboom, who's a linebacker for the Rams, who started for the Rams last year. 6'2", 237. He is 28 years old. Just turned 28 in January. Played 11 games this year as a starter. This is his first year starting. He had 135 tackles for the Rams last year. 1 sack, 4 passes defensed. What has me intrigued about this is the fact that the general manager of the Panthers is a former linebacker himself. So I trust his judgment in that area. I don't trust his judgment in every area, that's for sure. But I trust his judgment in that area. I think what Rozeboom is good at is tackling, is run defense, and he's got really good size. I will say he is not fast. He is slow. Okay, he is not very athletic. But the system in LA is pretty similar to the one in Carolina, being that the Carolina guy used to be from the Rams. So there is similarity there. Rozeboom was graded as the 72nd best linebacker, playing 956 snaps. He had a 77 grade in 2022. and he was 79th in 2023. His coverage grade was 58th. His run defense grade was 69th. Nothing too crazy there. Let's see if we can find anything a little bit deeper here. Maybe just in terms of like run defense stats. Let's see if we can find run defense. But yeah, I could see Rozeboom potentially being... They lost Shaq at linebacker. Josie Jewell is there. Trevin Wallace isn't bad. I liked him coming out of the draft. Rozeboom could be a rotation linebacker, ideally, or he might even start. I wouldn't be that surprised. Maybe they draft a linebacker in the first round. That's also a possibility. Let's check his run defense stats. Mr. Elevation says it's a depth signing. Considering how many snaps he played for a playoff team, I feel like he's got a chance to play some snaps. But he could be their third linebacker. I wouldn't be surprised. It would make more sense. Rozeboom, 50 tackles in the run game, which is 16th in the NFL last year. 29 stops, which is 21st. So, there you go, Panthers fans. I love these pickups. And then Sam Martin, punter from the Bills, 1 year, $3 million. He's a punter. I don't really know what else to say. He's not bad. I never really felt like watching the Bills and I was like, wow, Sam Martin is awful. They've got to cut him right now. He's played for Detroit, Denver, and Buffalo. He's old. He's like 35. He did have a 46.7 yards per punt this past season, which was top 5 in his career. So there's that. His net yards per punt was one of his worst. He did have 25 punts inside the 20. And his net yards per punt was average for his career, 39.8. If any of that matters to you. But Sam Martin, punter for the Panthers. Special teams matters. All right.